Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 5th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame. I was up middle of the night letting the dog out. He needed to go outside, so I didn't get a full night through, but much better to get him up and get him out than have to clean up the mess in the morning. So super pleasant. That I'm fine with that. There's no problem at all. So, but got up, got the dogs out. Wife got off to work. That issue. Went ahead, got a couple of little things done. Nothing too major. Got the dogs back in, got them all fed. There's only two left, besides my Dane. And basically, it was funny because I was just like, the one still doesn't eat real well. She has like the food that they feed her has two different kinds of kibble in it, and she likes the big light tan pieces and not the small dark brown pieces. But there's like 4 dark brown small to 1 light tan, so she eats all the tan ones out real quick and leaves the brown ones. Then she'll eat some of those too, but she prefers all the tan ones. So she's kind of being a little bit of a princess here, but it's all good in the way. So it's working out. She's still eating, she's still pooping, so I ain't worried about her, but it's all good there. Hung around the dogs this morning, got a few things done. Started working on my plumbing, and for whatever reason I cannot find my pipe cutter. And by plumbing I guess I mean sprinkler plumbing. So cannot find my pipe cutter. I'm like, the hell with it. So thought, well, I'll run down. There's a hardware store that I like quite a bit. They got pretty good selection of everything you need, but they're super helpful. That's the part that I like, is there's people that meet you at the door, tell them what you're looking for, they'll go help you find it, all that good fun stuff. So I basically headed down there. Normally what I would do is like cut off a little piece of my pipe, take it with me, make sure I got the exact size piece I needed, and so on and so forth, but didn't do that. So drove down, basically grabbed the stuff I needed, and was gonna just grab a new pipe cutter, and they were like 25 bucks. I remember they were like $10. They weren't. It's like, I don't think they're that expensive. So I thought for 10 bucks I'll buy a spare. So they'll have one in each house. I'm not sure where the one went, but it is what it is. I think last time I used it was in the new house, but I can't seem to find the damn thing. So the hell, for 10 bucks I'll just buy another one, but not for 25. So said screw it, went back over, dug around the, got the stuff I thought I needed, and headed back to the house. Went back to the old garage, looking around again there. Still never found my actual pipe cutter. I don't know what happened, but ended up finding one that was my father-in-law's. He did plumbing for a long time. That's kind of his last job he had before he became an inspector for the school. So he had actually a very nice one that has like changeable blades and stuff. So I was like, yeah, that's maybe 25 bucks. So hey, why not? So I used that piece, headed back over, went to put it together, and realized that I had half inch instead of 3/4 inch pipe, because I took my sprinkler head down to make sure I had the right threads. He's like, well, if it's 3/4 inch thread, if they use that big of a sprinkler head, they ran 3/4 line throughout your whole property, most likely that's what it does. So I was like, okay, cool, no big deal. So I was like, no problem, headed back over, not right. So I'm like, whatever. So realized, well, that didn't work. So headed over, still driving way back down there again. I thought, well, I'll stop at the True Value right here close by and try and grab a piece. And I should have went to my All Florida Plumbing right there, so I should have done probably from the begin with. I probably should have done that just off jump, but I thought, hey, no big deal, this will work. So stopped in there, grabbed another piece. I needed the adapter to go from the half to 3/4, and I don't know what I was thinking. I told the guy I needed a female to male adapter, and we couldn't find it. 3 guys, so they finally goes, oh, here you go. I didn't look at it. I just grabbed the damn thing, went, paid for it, headed home, realized it was female to female. So now I need literally a 2-inch piece of 3/4 inch pipes, all I need. I'm like, well, you gotta be shitting me. So I'm back up there thinking, well, I'll have just like a little single adapter, no big deal. So I jump back on the motorcycle, drive back over there, and they don't. So I end up buying myself a 2-foot long piece of 3/4 inch pipe, which isn't in the world. It's not that big a deal. It's a few bucks, like $3. So wasn't too concerned. I think the fitting's $2.89. So the pipe itself was 20 cents more. I got a 2-foot pipe. So it is what it is there. Went and checked out. It was funny, the first time I got there, when I finally got the checkout, the guy behind the counter rung up my item and then just stared at me. And I stared at him. He stared at me. I stared at him. He stared at me. I stared at him. I was like, what? And he's like, oh, it's $3.10. I'm like, okay, you gotta tell me the price, because there's no big screen here in front of me. What the fuck? And I'm like, I just like throw money at you. I assume everybody nowadays uses a credit card, so he assumed I was gonna just put my card in the slot, but I'm not. I'm paying you cash, but I don't know how much money to give you. So the guy just seemed insanely confused by the fact that he did not tell me what my price was. So he told me the price, got that done, and then basically second time had to go back again. Not a big deal, but now I've got 3 trips. I get plumbing to buy literally 5 fittings I needed through 3 trips. So my own fault. It wasn't my intention when the guy handed it to me. I should have looked at it right then and verified it was the piece I said I wanted. I'm just used to the place down the road that's another 10 minutes away, 12 minutes away, whatever, that is so much more. When I tell them something, they give me that piece, and if they don't have that piece, they tell me, hey, we don't have that piece, but we can put these 3 pieces together to make that piece. And I guess I've gotten lazy or laxative or laxative, that, not laxative, that's not what I was trying to say, but lackadaisy in the fact of when I tell somebody I need it, that's what they give me, because they've kind of trained me to trust in humanity and workers and stuff. So I realize I'm not there. I can't trust other people, but it is what it is. So I get back, finally get it all put together, get the pipes all cleaned and primed and glued up, and get it all set, and cut my pipe off the right height I want, so it's sticking up out of the ground a little bit so I can see it, but not going to tear it up. I hit it, run it with a lawnmower kind of thing. So all that's all good to go. Did not backfill the hole because I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure it's not leaking, is mostly the thing. So I went ahead and I backfilled underneath the concrete slab that washed out best I could. Probably could use a little more, but I'll check it the next day or two and verify and keep pushing it back in there. And maybe put a little bit of water on it to kind of rinse it down and make sure it's packed in there as good as I can. So, but it's at a weird angle. I'm trying to like hit it with like the back end of my shovel to kind of tamp it up in there. But what can I do? I can only do so much for what it is. But it's not as big a hole as I thought it was. It looked bigger once I stuck my arm up in there. Realized I barely went to my wrist, so it wasn't. I thought it was a few feet, and it's only a few inches. So, not nearly as concerned as I once was with the thought of how it was going to be. So, but that's where my hot tub is probably going to end up going. So I'm kind of want to make sure that's secure enough to hold it. So we got that done. From there, checked it all, started the sprinklers up, ran the system over to where that one was running, went and checked it. No leaks, I'm all good to go. Everything's happy to go lucky. So end up, one of the sprinkler heads I didn't realize where it was at, that dumped all my extra dirt on top of that pile. And my pump that I have that runs my sprinkler is a really powerful pump, because it finally actually pushed through the dirt. I was like, what the hell's going on? I noticed there was mud coming out. So I shoveled around it and let the sprinkler head actually pop up. So I kind of went and adjusted a few of my sprinkler heads and stuff, and kind of best I could. I can't find my tool. I had a tool that I bought when I first bought the house. When I readjusted everything, I had misplaced it as well. So the whole disorganized 2 different garage things really been kicking my butt for how I'm organizing things, but it is what it is. So got that all done, let the sprinklers run through the whole system. There's like 4 different zones. Got it all zoned out and all checked out, and it's all good to go. And from there, hung around with the dogs for a while. Finally decided I was gonna go get my run in. So took off to go get my run done. And in that process, got back from it. As I got back, because I have a dog getting picked up today, so I'm like, okay, no big deal, it's all good. And they're supposed to be here. I reached out earlier in the day a couple different times, kind of saying, hey, what's your time frame? What are we thinking? Kind of didn't hear from him and stuff. So I finally heard from him as I was getting back, getting ready to get in the shower. They texted and said, hey, I'll be there in like 20 minutes. And 20 minutes is like that weird, I can probably get in and out of the shower in 20 minutes, but I'm like, it's that weird rushing it kind of thing. And I was in the process of texting them to say, hey, drive a little slower, make it 25, because I'm just getting back and gonna give me a chance to get a shower. And my phone rang, and he goes, oh, actually, I looked at the GPS wrong. I'm less than 15 minutes away. It's like, okay, shit, I'm not gonna tell the guy on the phone, no, take your time, blah, blah, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'll see you in 15 minutes. And I'm like, not a problem. So I was like, no big deal. I looked at my wife and I said, I know what's gonna happen, because she got home from work. I said, he's gonna be 30 minutes getting here. I could have had the shower, yada, yada, kind of thing. He shows up 28 minutes later, just like expected, which I had all the time in the world to get my shower, but I didn't. So went ahead and basically got that done. I was a little bit annoyed by that whole fact of him showing up late after they said they were going to be there earlier, blah, blah. Went out there and talked to him. His wife's mother just recently passed away, so we started dealing with them, so we chatted a little bit. Came back in, and my wife was like, how long is it going to take you to get a shower? And I read it as, hurry the hell up, I want to eat. And how dare you be out there talking to them long? I was out there talking to him probably, I don't know, 8-10 minutes. Maybe not quite that long, I don't know how long it was. But I was kind of like annoyed, like, what the fuck? Like, eat whenever the hell you want to. Just make your damn food, eat. I don't give a shit. Like, you know how long it takes me to take a shower. I've been with you for, multi-years now, and you know how long it takes to take a shower. So I was like, whatever. So got done, ended up having dinner, had some chicken wraps basically with bacon, knocked it out, watched some Seinfeld. She goes, "You mad at me?" I'm like, "I'm a little annoyed. I'm finally talking to a human being because I literally, my job is sitting around here playing with dogs and I don't have interaction with other people. And this person was kind of going through some trauma shit right now. That's kind of, I was talking to them and trying to have some adult human interaction. And then you're all pissy, like, I made you wait for dinner. Like, I was a little annoyed. She goes, "Oh, we want a minute." I'm like, okay, whatever. So kind of is what it is. We got that squared back away, but I was kind of a dickhead to the fact of how long it takes. You know, like, it was like, well, I misread what she was saying, whatever. So we got that cleared up, but not the greatest moment of our relationship in that process. But it wasn't like we really had a fight. It was just that annoyance of what it is. So but yeah, got done dinner, headed back outside, put a 3D printer, print a couple of items. I'm printing 2 more pieces for the blaster I made for the guy, because I guess one of them worked really bad. And I think what happened was I left it on the table and the sun shined in on it, and it was laying at a weird angle where it was laying there stuff. So when the sun heated up, it got warped pretty bad. So didn't fit together, and we're going to try and go do it tomorrow. We're going to try and meet. I'm only going to have the one dog tomorrow, which thought I had another dog get dropped off. It got pushed back till Wednesday. So it's only the one dog. I don't have to meet anybody for drop off or pickup. So I'm like, hey, I got free time. It'll give me a chance to basically go out and run. Maybe run Door Sleeper. It's like there's an 8-mile loop I run there, and it's like a mountain bike trail. I thought, I'll go run there. It'll give me a chance. I'll go out in the morning. And then my wife asked me, hey, can you go, actually, can you order that shelf for my father's records? I was like, God damn it. Okay. I can buy it cheaper in Orlando than I can order it, and then the shipping's like $160 for shipping. It's giant. It's like a 7 foot long, 7 foot tall shelf kind of thing. So maybe it's 6 foot tall, whatever the hell it is, but it's a big giant shelf that putting all the records on. So I can save a few bucks in the $160 shipping. I can't justify spending that money. Even if it's his money, it still annoys the shit out of me. So I guess instead of going for my run tomorrow at Door Sleeper, I'm going to go pick up a shelf instead. So, and then the gentleman I thought was going to be driving an hour to his place, which was going to do on the way to go pick up the shelf, turns out that he's actually going to Daytona, so he's going to be in Daytona all day. So we're going to try and meet up, and I'm not sure where exactly, but over here a little closer. But since I have to go to Orlando tomorrow, I looked out and there was a hot tub manufacturer that opened up a showroom in the side of their factory where they build them. They put like a showroom in the front of the warehouse that they're now selling retail out of. And I'd reached out to them, I don't know, a while back, and they had an ad on Facebook, and then basically said they're a dealership, blah, blah, whatever, they manufacture them right there, and their hours and stuff when I go there. So I thought, well, I'll stop in. It's like half an hour from IKEA, so it will not be the end of the world to make the trip over there. So I guess my day is gonna be hot tub shopping, buying shelving, and then basically delivering a blaster instead of running around in the woods, tripping and falling, hurting myself. So it is what it is. But anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.